How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Weeb Lounge. I am Nick, and this is another Global versus Japan character comparison. And I decided to go ahead and do the Halloween edition of Miyako because the Trick or Pudding event is going on in Global at the time of this video recording. So it does seem appropriate, but the thing is, it's really hard to find an appropriate place to use this character, just about as hard as it is to determine an appropriate age to go trick-or-treating.
Trick or treat!
What are you supposed to be?
Creepy banana!
You know what? I have the perfect thing for you. Here you go.
Thank you.
Ooh, I wonder what he got me. Wait a minute. No.
This isn't an isekai, you son of a...
Which is why it might be difficult to find an appropriate place to use this character. She attacks the back row an awful lot, and how often do you need that? Now, it might be Halloween, but Miyako still wants her pudding, and I think she found a clever way to try and get some pudding. You know, do the whole trick-or-treat thing, make herself the ghost were-girl, and hope that somebody gives her pudding, maybe? I guess it's better than being turned into pudding and then ate, but whatever. This is a really odd but unique character. Now, obviously with the event, as long as you do the Halloween event, it's a one-star character. You get her for free, have to grind some of those memory fragments, try to get her geared up, but is it really worth it? Okay, now, what this character does is she attacks the furthest enemy away. Okay, this is like the only character that focuses on the furthest character away. She has a skill that drains a bit of their technique points and stuns them, and she also has her Union Burst. Her Union Burst does large physical damage to the furthest enemy and even throws a curse on them. Okay, so it's basically back enemy harassment. And her Union Burst can actually do some pretty decent damage. So if you're trying to get rid of a healer or something like that in the arena, I mean, it really comes in handy. In boss fights and such, PvE, on Global, there's really no place for her right now. Maybe some clan battle will pop up. Maybe some Luna Tower thing will pop up, because you know, a lot of the Luna Tower bosses, they also had that little spotlight thing sitting way in the back, and maybe Miyako can take care of that and get rid of it quicker for you. There's a possibility there. Some of the boss fights, EX battles, tower, whatever, I just don't see much of a use for her outside of PvP, but it's possible. Like I kind of, goofed around in the opening there, finding an appropriate place for this character can be difficult, because if you have her, wailing on a back row character in the arena, if she's just wailing on, say Yui's back there, a healer. If she's just trying to wail on her and annoy her and everything, well, if Miyako doesn't do a good enough job and eventually get rid of her, yeah, that's not going to work out very well, is it? All right, let's go ahead and have her fight a little bit while I talk a little bit more about this character, because this character it's another one of those characters that I really like, the aesthetics of. I always, when I say aesthetics, things might not be going so well, right? Okay, on Global, her basic attack is a punch, right? And she'll reduce physical magic attack power of the furthest enemy away, too. I mean, everything's just furthest enemy, and then she punches the one up front with her basic attack. Otherwise, she's like cursing and boo, I do like this character. And the Union Burst is really I like this. I really do. And that's actually some pretty decent damage considering. So, outside of the arena, there's really not much use of it for her. I mean, yes, you can find an appropriate spot, but whatever. So here's the thing. If we get over to the JP side of things, does it get better? Because over on JP, she does get unique equipment, surprisingly. She does. She gets unique equipment, which means you're going to either have to spend DAs or farm a rerun event for an awful lot of the shards, because is this character going to be worth trying to get to 5 stars? I'm not terribly sure about that. I'm really not. And she takes forever to do this fight on her own. So I'm going to do something that I normally don't do. I'm just going to cut right over to the JP side. Okay, now here on the JP side, I got Miyako. I've had her for quite a long time, and she wasn't level 211 about an hour ago before the video. I went ahead and leveled her up. What does that say about the character? Because she was sitting at level 100, 105, somewhere around in there for a year or more, maybe? Probably more. Okay, this is a character on JP that I completely and utterly ignored. Completely and utterly. Now, I got her ranked 9, 5 pieces of gear. I think on global I got her ranked higher, actually. And over here, 2 stars as well, with an extra 11. She has unique equipment. I don't have it. That doesn't bode well for my little comparison now, does it, huh? Okay, so, you know, the unique equipment actually doesn't really do that much. Instead of that, the first skill giving a, you know, slight stun or whatever, instead of a stun, it's a confuse now, which is kind of like a charm. They'll run around, attack one of their friends once, and then done. That's all it does. Plus a few stats here and there. That's all it does. Still attacks the back row, still does all that stuff. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and throw her into a fight here. And yeah, I actually had to level her up a little bit. And this one right here, it's a little iffy. Okay, just put it that way, it's a little iffy. Okay, so on JP currently, this character, no. On JP, unique equipment or not or whatever, this character is just completely ignorable. Completely and utterly ignorable. Little bit of a fact, I guess. I mean, character usefulness and rankings have moved around a little bit, but Halloween Miyako is very, very close to the bottom of the barrel in terms of character ratings overall when compared to all the others. You don't use this character on JP, period. You have no need for her. You have no use for her. There's no reason to have her in the arena or fights or anything. I have yet to ever see a clan battle strategy, Luna Tower strategy, any kind of strategy, anything, anywhere for JP that used her. Nothing. So this is why I haven't put in any resources whatsoever to this character on JP. I just haven't. But since she still has this unique ability of focusing on the rear target, that's still unique. Okay, there's still no other characters that really do that. They just focus on harassment in the back. And it's one of those characters that's like, okay, you know, I kind of sort of do want to figure out a use for this character. I really do. But to get her viable, I have to dump a ton of resources into it, and it's not really worth doing that. Okay, the whole windscreen thing where that's kind of funny. The ghost wants pudding too. So yeah, I don't blame the ghost. The ghost wants the pudding. Now, so what's the point of this character, you know? Okay, if you're on global, what do? And you can see I still have the same picture as over on global. It's no different because I don't have her to 3 stars yet. Okay, so what do you do? What do you do? Over on global, if you're doing the event and grinding her away, if you happen to get her to 3 stars, that's fine. Keep her there. Don't worry about anything else. And then when the rerun event happens and you get more Miyako shards there, save some for the unique equipment if you need to. Taking this character to 5 stars really is a waste. It really is. If we're talking preparation from global to Japan to JP in that huge time frame, 3 years from now, okay? Don't bother. Seriously, don't bother. This is one character. I mean, you can usually find some use for characters somewhere along the line. And early on in global, yeah, you're going to see her in the arena. She's going to pop her head up every once in a while hunting for pudding. You know, that's just what she does. There will be some very, very short-term uses for this character. And then it fades away just as if she's ascending it because she got the perfect pudding or something. And it's done. There's no reason to go back and visit this character ever again. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button, guys. So, yeah, if in terms of prep, Do the event. If you can get her to 3 stars, great. That's perfectly fine. If you don't, that's fine too. You don't really need to care at all. And that's kind of sad. This character, I mean, just look at her. She's got a little the whatchamacallit purse and it's so damn cute, but it's so worthless at the same time. So the plan is kind of like Misogi was. Do nothing. Get her, enjoy the event, use her once in a while in the arena while you can, and then she's on the shelf, along with a whole bunch of stale pudding. We'll see you in the next video.